What I've learned, what's easier than working out is just tell people that you used to weigh 300 pounds. That's a lot. They don't know, you know? So I've never weighed 300 pounds, but I look pretty amazing for a guy that used to weigh 300 pounds.
Nate Bargatze, one of the reigning kings of stand-up comedy, will be in the spotlight again as host of next Sunday's Emmy Awards here on CBS. He's our Sunday profile from Conor Knighton.
I don't know anything about history. And I can tell because every history movie I watch on the edge of my seat. I watched Pearl Harbor. I was as surprised as they were, you know?
2024 was a historic year for comedian Nate Bargatze.
Beyond grateful, we could never pay you back.
As the highest grossing stand-up in the country, he set attendance records at several massive arenas. But this small gymnasium, the home of the Donaldson Christian Academy Wildcats, is where he's recently made his mark.
This was the first time I saw my name on the gymnasium. I came here and I've seen this before, but they didn't have that up.
Bargatze never played on this court.
Yeah, I was cut every year from my basketball team. But now, you know, now they can't cut you.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
He's donated more than $1 million to his alma mater, a Nashville area private high school his family could only afford because his father taught there.
My freshman year, he was assistant coach, so that really got it started. When your dad cuts you, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of your high school.
Nate's father, Stephen Bargatze, also happens to be a professional magician. Before that, he was a clown. As you might imagine, that provided some inspiration for a career in comedy and for some early stand-up material.
It's funny too when I tell people that my dad was a clown. There are people just like, oh, I hate clowns. It's like, hey, remember that time I just said my dad was a clown?
After dropping out of community college, Bargatze moved from Nashville to Chicago, where he honed his style performing for free at small clubs.
What's the age where you're not scared of the dark? Because I don't know if I've hit it yet. I would never trade it, and I would never go back. You just didn't know no better. There's nothing better than when you don't know that there's better.
He then made the move to New York.
It's funny, it's like New York acts like it's a big melting pot because it's like all the different cultures. Oh, we all melt together and everything. And then you move here and you realize like it's not a melting pot at all. It's actually a bunch of pots that want to live next to their own kinds of pots and not talk to other pots.
But in 2014, just as his stand-up career was taking off, Bargatze made a surprising move, back home to Nashville. You go to Chicago, you go to New York, you go to LA, you were getting some attention. Why move back?
You know what, I always thought it was the first thing I did that wasn't for me. I wanted my daughter to grow up in a normal situation, as normal as it can be. And so it was like, all right, let's move back. And when I moved back, I just didn't tell anybody.
And were you worried that there was going to be an impression that like, well, he moved back to Nashville, he's given up?
And that's why I didn't tell anybody, is because I thought they would think I would quit. And I was so scared of that, so I just didn't say anything.
Nobody would ever think that now. Bargatze has since released 5 hour-long specials, written a New York Times best-selling book, and sold more than 1 million tickets last year alone. His next milestone? Hosting the Primetime Emmy Awards next Sunday on CBS.
Please watch the Emmys so the TV people can feel special. If they stop making shows, we're gonna have to read books. I love show business, I love all of this, and there's part of me, I want to do everything. You're just curious to go like, well, what is that like? What is that, when you do Saturday Night Live, it's like, I wanna see the chaos, I wanna feel the chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Bargatze!
Bargatze's hosted Saturday Night Live twice.
Look, if you're at home, I'm as shocked as you are that I'm here. So,
his Washington's Dream sketch became one of the most viral sketches in years.
do not worry. For our new nation, we will have rulers with 2 sets of numbers. Inches on one side, centimeters on the other.
So we can see where they line up.
Yes, except that they don't line up and they never will.
There's more acting on the horizon.
And 3, 2, 1,
Bargatze just finished filming his first feature, The Breadwinner, co-starring Mandy Moore, set to hit theaters next spring.
We see ourselves on the Jumbotron.
His character is a bumbling dad, a role he says is not too dissimilar from his real-life personality.
We eased into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't crying in this movie. I can tell you that. In the movie, I have 3 daughters, and I have 1 daughter, but it's
Oh
so.
my gosh, give him the Academy Award right now.
Yeah, I go. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz about it.
Bargatze's actual daughter, Harper, introduces his stand-up specials.
Please welcome my daddy, Nate Bargatze.
He met his wife Laura when he was just 21. They were co-workers at an Applebee's.
Like, I went from, like, my mom to her. So, I don't even know what it feels like to not have some lady be like, I don't know if I would do that, you know.
Bargatze's shows are intentionally family-friendly. He's a clean comic.
I love that people, when they come to my show, it's, I don't want to betray that trust. You can have your kid watch my stand-up, and you don't, like, if you see him have it on, you don't have to be like, whoa, what's going on? I don't say the word sucks. Like, this sucks. I don't, because that was a very bad word in the 80s. And look, I'm sorry to say it now. This is supposed to be a clean show. I'm bringing this filth into it.
While working clean can be a savvy business decision, it allows you to sell tickets to the widest audience possible. For Bargatze, it's also part of a larger mission.
You feel like you're being asked to do this and the career that I have, and so you just got to trust that your path is going to be the path, and just stick with it.
When you say asked to do this, do you mean in like sort of a religious calling kind
Yeah,
of a way?
yeah. You know, I feel it's beyond me.
With good, clean, funny as its mantra, Bargatze's company Nateland produces specials, live events, and podcasts featuring other clean comedians.
This is Philly. This is our new dog. She's fine walking on the table.
Right.
I'm a great.
Get in there.
I'm a great dog owner.
No, I love it.
Well, she's
No, I love it.
thirsty.
He even has dreams of one day opening his own theme park and movie studio in Nashville.
I'm not gonna be able to go to every city in America for the rest of my life. So I want to build a place where you can come, and if you and your wife and your kids are 11 and they want to go run off on their own for a second, I want that to happen.
To pull off all of his ambitious plans, one of the most successful touring comedians of all time is already plotting the end of his touring days.
I'm doing this tour. I plan on doing one more tour after that. And then I need to go do movies, and I need to build that world up and learn how to do all of that stuff. So I'm going to dive into that aspect of it. I can see myself making movies for like another 15 years, and then if I'm allowed to, I mean, it might all this all could fall apart.
These days, during breaks in his grueling tour schedule, Bargatze's able to briefly take his mind off stand-up by playing golf. One of his early gifts to himself was this indoor golf simulator.
I mean, it's kind of like stand-up. You're kind of out there on your own. Golf is, you're so much like thinking about what you're doing out there. I realized like I can't turn my brain off, so I just need to direct it to something else.
Bargatze has a lot to focus on. The day before he hosts the Emmys in Los Angeles, he's performing 2 back-to-back arena shows in Denver. But he wouldn't have it any other way.
I know how to kind of operate in this chaos, and if you pulled me out and gave me a month off, I think I would be like lost. Right now, let's keep going. We're in a good groove. You don't want to kind of stop the groove. So it'll be a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.